that you should know. I've been going solo. Want my love, baby, earn it. Yeah, dancing on my own. See if you can follow. Got me feeling alive. Watch me go. Lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time it's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. I want. Hear me now, I do what I want. Are you ready now? 'Cause it won't be easy. Only get what you work for. Gotta go all out. Whenever you see me, don't be wasting my time. Watch me go. Lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time let's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. I want. Hear me now. Watch me go. Lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time let's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. I do what I want.
Good morning. What's new, pussycat?
Hello, how are you? Happy Friday. Sorry, I'm transferring my scrap notes into this is my dossier of dastardly deeds. Hold on, just one more to write. All righty. How the hell are you? My goodness. It's not so brutally humid yet in Florida. Yet. Give it time. What time is it? 11:39. Well, usually by 5 o'clock in the morning, it's really steamy, but so far, so good. Y'all, I have just utter chaos in front of me. I've got my coffee cup. I've got my beautiful crystal water cup. I've got my teacup, my phone, my iPad, my Lily dossier, my smaller Lily dossier. I've got lipsticks, 2 pairs of glasses, a rubber duck. Oh, my song bowl. And, various coffee table books, pictures, lamps. Oh my God, it's a mess. It is a mess. Ooh, do you guys want to see my new glasses I got yesterday? I love them. Do you love them? Look, you can't see that way, but can you see the little crystals on them? They do have some hella reflection on that. That's, I don't know how I like that. Let me see, because I don't think the other pair. No, I guess these have it just as bad. All righty. Let me say hi to the kids in class. Una memento, please. My goodness, I didn't even fix my damn lipstick before I sat in this chair. So what's going on, kids? I'm going to need to catch up. Maybe I'll just open this damn panel right on up. I'm sure that will be a huge mistake, but but this shit is just not that serious. This is YouTube. And honest to God, if my YouTube disappeared tomorrow, it probably would be I mean, there's definitely things I would miss, that's for sure. But oh boy, there's a lot of things I would not miss and do not deal with in my real life. So it's like, oh God, it's very interesting that I would. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that. I was going to make a snarky comment about. Yeah, never mind. We'll just see how this goes, and I'll keep that one in my back pocket. That's kind of what I refer to as inside thoughts. See, y'all need to find the speed bump. Okay, we have these two things, and then we have this, and in between this, there's supposed to be a speed bump that at the very least makes you slow down before every damn little thing that rolls between your ears comes flying out. So I'm not perfect about that. Of course I have said things in the past, and I'll say them again, that maybe should have stayed inside thoughts, but that's typically when it's a really highly charged emotional kind of thing, and I don't have much of that in my personal life. I'm very blessed that way. So it is interesting that I would choose to spend my free time embroiled. Well, I'm not embroiled in it, but we all kind of are, whether you want to be or not. So there's that. Let me say hi to the kids in class, and then we'll I have no plan. I have just like 3 things that I wrote down, and those are not anything like, those are just funny little observations. So I think I'm going to let you guys dictate what we do and what I talk about today. And I'm not opposed to opening up the panel. I'm sure I probably, if I had more sense, I would be, but let me say hi, and then we'll just see where the stream takes us, shall we? Hi, Helen Highwater. How are you? Hey, Emmy. Yes, TGI Friday. Y'all, this has been, oh, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. I mean, this has been the longest, this week up to this point feels like, I mean, forget, I was going to say football minutes, but screw that. Even football minutes go faster. Dog years. It's the way time works on here. It's somewhere between football minutes and dog years. We need to come up with a name for it. Hey, crazy nurse, how are you? Hi, T Berry. Oh, science to a bullwhip. Well, my God, you know what? I didn't know either, but who the hell would have ever thought that there was one damn thing I could ever learn on Bullhorn Betty's channel? I didn't learn it on her channel. I was listening to Blank Screen. But we'll don't let me forget. We're gonna talk about that. Hi, Laugh at Life. How you doing? Gina Diamond in the house. How you doing, girl? I haven't seen you in a while. Gina's going to be making some fabulous DIY project on her channel today. Gina, did you say 2:30? I think at 2:30. So, and y'all feel free to post anybody's links in the chat. I forget. Gina's making something for pets. I think it's for pets. There was a cute picture that she sent me of her, of Mr. Enzo, her cat. Whoopi and the gang says hugs and kisses to Enzo. Of course, right after that, they're probably gonna, do a sneak attack, swipe them from behind, and cat fight. Kind of like you. I think my damn cats. I think my cats have been listening to YouTube too long because my God, the way cats. Because I have three, the mother and the two siblings, and the way cats like roll is very much like YouTube does. They're 1 minute, they can just be all lovey dovey, grooming each other, spooning in the dog bed. And the next thing you know, you hear, "Meow," and the fur is flying. All because somebody looked at somebody in a way they didn't like. You know how that goes. So I don't know. It's a lot like YouTube. YouTube could take, I don't know which came first though. Well, clearly the cats would have come first. So I don't know. Maybe I should get my cats their own channel. Cat fights and cat fighting, drama. I don't know. I'll have to ponder that. I wonder, do you think I have to pay them like union scale wage? Or can we just have like a sweatshop kind of, fast fashion situation going on? I do have their power of attorney. So I guess if I want to make those bitches work in, sweatshop conditions, they're just gonna, if they don't like it, they can lump it. They can hit the road and find a new house. Oh, Mike Stevens, are you here, big boy? I made a post just for Mike Stevens. Mike, I took you off the naughty list. And there's a specific reason why. More on that in a moment. Hey, Okie Crime News, how you doing? Heather B. Beachy in the house. Happy Friday. Damn mouse. Hi, Marie Duffy. How are you? Hey, AMAC. Oh, AMAC, you did. You got Betty upsetty. Ooh, I might need the timestamp on that. Y'all be thinking about what you want to talk about, okay? I just have a couple oh wait, there's one more thing I just remembered that I need to write down that we're gonna just touch on very briefly. God, getting old sucks. Instead of glasses on a string, I need to put like one of these. I need to find a way to make a neck. I wonder if Betty's got a lanyard. Girl, do you have a lanyard that'll hold this thing so I can wear it around my neck as a necklace? Just wondering. Betty, where can I get well, I think I sent Betty lanyards from Amazon. Didn't I put that on her list? Okay. Never mind, Betty. I'll figure it out on my own. I know you're very busy. You are very busy helping families while all these fucking animals out here do nothing. You animals. Sorry, never mind. Oh God, Constance, I hope that doesn't bother your ears. Yeah, fuck you. I don't really care. Hey T Marie, isn't that intro the bomb? It's courtesy of Menace to Sobriety. Hi, Fairy Meadows. Happy Friday. Denise Olis. Hey, Brittany. How you doing? Y'all, I was going to get a new mic, but instead, I haven't gone to my husband on bended knee yet to ask for the mic, but I'm getting to it. Priorities. I had some shopping to do yesterday, and yes, I know I could have bought 15 of those mics, but priorities, okay? Girl needs what a girl needs. And apparently Mr. Mike Stevens thinks he might know what that is. Come on down. This could be yours. In a very vivid dream, if the price is right. Now, don't worry, I'll tell you what the price is. Hey, Anissa, how you doing? Brittany, did I say hi to you? Hi. Hey, Grandma Sherry. How you doing? I'm throwing those F-bombs around for nonsense. She likes to hear me get ratchet. Now listen, you're only going to get so much ratchet from me. But you know, don't let all this fool you. I promise you, I can speak the language of truckers, gross YouTubers. Yeah, I can, like, you know, trust and believe. I don't want to inhabit that place, but you know, everybody likes to visit the other side every once in a while. And when in Rome, do as the Romans do. A2 Brutus. The lady doth protesteth too much. Oh, you know, what the hell does what is, like, Macbeth and Hamlet? What the hell do they think they know? They know nothing. They know nothing. Can you imagine what they could have written if they'd have been around in the days of Cromwell? TT the good Tiffany, how are you? Happy Friday. Striker Force for you. Well, thank you, Grandma Sherry. I just put up fashion related thing. I did make a quick change. I don't know why, because I should know better. Like, why I felt the need. There was no reason to change, but I don't know. I walked by, my t-shirt drawer was open, and I was like, you know, I wonder if if you are looking for the perfect white t-shirt, I mean, I have lots of favorites all over the price point spectrum. But all women know, like, the white t-shirt, the black t-shirt, the white button down, the black button down, those are wardrobe staples that every woman needs. And they're not all made alike, that is for sure. This is one of my excuse me, absolute favorites. This is Lily Pulitzer. What is the name of this style? I can find out if anybody wants to know the style name, because I have the tag somewhere in my tag box. It's got some lycra in it. I actually prefer a little less lycra, but you know, tough darts, you're not going to get everything. But it's the perfect, for me, it's the perfect weight. The V is nice because it's a V, but it's not, like, you know, plunging to the navel. And the length is good. So this is one of my absolute favorite white t-shirts. I do believe it comes in black. Lily Pulitzer does not do a lot of, well, hell, they don't do a lot of solid colors, period. I mean, their lane is print, but they do solids too, just not tons. But this, I believe they have year round. And I want to say this t-shirt it's either $58 or $78. And I know that sounds like a lot of money for a t-shirt, but I promise you it's well worth it. They wash really nicely. They don't get pilled. And for those of you who do like some stretch, it's, you know, without looking, let me see. My guess, just based on how much stretch is in the fabric, I would guess this is probably like a 95.5. It's probably 95 cotton, 5%. I don't know. She does a lot of, like, Lyocell and sometimes rayon, but I highly recommend this if you want just a good basic. Y'all, I really should. I know I talk about this all the time. You guys need to help me stay on task. I need to put together a list of things like this, just the basics that every woman needs. I don't care how young, how old, how thin, how not thin. These are pieces that everyone needs. And because this is like not bulky and it lays really nicely on the body, this absolutely can be worn like under a blazer. Unfortunately, here in Florida, we very rarely get to wear those. But for those of you who do get to wear jackets and blazers, this is perfect. I mean, I kept on the jeans I had on and the shoes, and I just changed my top. And this truly is, let's see, I'll move my chair back and show you real quick. Because this right here, this is my uniform. I mean, usually my jeans are not always completely destroyed, but I do tend to like that. And nowadays, like there are very few places I could not go wearing this. Now, just because I could doesn't mean I would. I mean, if I wanted to roll up to, a nice steakhouse, I could wear this, but I mean, I wouldn't. I'm not saying I wouldn't wear jeans, but I wouldn't probably wear these destroyed jeans. But this is my typical uniform. So there you go. But I need to do that. I need to put together a list of black, white, beige, jeans in different, styles and cuts. I have so many favorite things like that some of them are brands you probably maybe haven't even heard of. And I would do it across the entire price point spectrum. I think there was something from J. Crew I really liked. And I tell you what, for tank tops, Target has really nice, I guess they still have them. I think the brand is called something Thread. I don't know, but it's a brand that's sold at Target, and they make great tank tops. I like a ribbed tank top. And FYI, if you like tank tops, but you're, maybe don't like how they can, let's just say, accentuate problem areas, which for most women, it's, the sides, maybe some muffin top going on. Look for something that is ribbed. Just, for me, in my opinion, I think ribbed cotton, it's better at hiding, a multitude of sins. Hey, Kathy Clock the House, how are you? Me snarky? Hell no. That is a vicious rumor going around, and I'm gonna sue. When I find out who said that, you got a lawsuit coming your way, buddy. Hey, True Crime Dime. Oh, AMAC, you're gonna have to fill me in. Hi, Clancy. Nice to see you. You're gonna have to fill me in by the time I get to the end of the. I'm still taking attendance. By the time I get to the end of roll call, and I send the names of the naughty ones to refer it on to the principal's office for probably detention or maybe a referral. Some of you. Hi, Emily B. How are you? Working. What the hell's work? Listen, people who work in this place, y'all are like unicorns. It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. Hey, B Tim. I'm so behind in the damn chat. I'm going to go ahead and just err on the side of answering yes, because I've been blah, 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 so long that I don't even know what your comment was about. But yes, if I said it, yes. Oh, maybe that it's like cat fights. That could be. Catorama. Oh, I like that. I told somebody in a text the other day that I would like to take my cat Bitchy and throw her right at Betty, like to the face. And my money is on my cat. Betty thinks she knows a bitch. Oh no, honey, you have not met a bitch until you meet Bitchy the cat. Bitchy don't play. I feed her. I provide her a life in the lap of luxury. Everything a cat could ask for. And you know, as she's sitting on my lap and I'm petting her like Dr. Evil, we go from to yes, she will. Boy, she'll get those fish hooks. Ooh, right into me. And of course, I look at her and I'm like, what's your problem? What did I do to you? Does anybody ever, like, does anybody else's cat do that? You know what I think it is? And I should know better because I Googled it. She did it. She actually drew blood on me one time and I was like, that little bitch. Well, I mean, there is a reason she's named Bitchy. But I Googled and I think that if you pet them too long in the same area, they get like their nerves get sensory overload and yeah, they beat the shit out of you. So yes, I would love to just take Bitchy and just throw her right at Betty's face. Okay, it's in the comments on Betty's I've Got Something to Say video. Okay, hold on. I have to do this now, you guys, because you know if I don't, you'll have to, God knows what you'll have to do to redirect my attention. Wait a minute. Her video is called I've Got Something to Say. What? Could we get more specific, please? When does the bitch not have something to say? That's what we need, Betty. That's what we need from you. We need a video that says, I have nothing to say. Now that's what I'm watching. I've got something to say. Oh, really? Is the Pope Catholic by any chance? Bitch has something to say. Oh my God. Betty, we're waiting for the day you have nothing to say. Oh, I hate this mouse. When am I going to take Constance's advice? Oh, that was for a microphone. Maybe they'll throw a mouse in. Oh my goodness, look at Betty. Betty. My gosh, does Betty have a new? Oh, Betty. Oh, Betty. God dang it, Betty. You know, oh, are you shitting me? Hold on a minute. This is not happening right now. Never mind. Okay, sorry. Wow. Betty, as always with Betty, it's one step forward, 37. Y'all, I cannot get this piece of shit mouse to work. Okay, there we go. Good Lord. I need to pull up just the thumbnail. That's what I want you guys to say. Here's what I was going to say. I'm going to go with my original thoughts. And then I'm going to have to, unfortunately, I'm going to have to explain why I went from sounding very complimentary to, wow, that's, okay, hold on. I'm going to show you guys screen number 3. Invite guests. What the hell is that? Oh, that's because I hit the wrong one. My God. Hold on. I got to go. I'm going to finish the comments and then we're pulling up her thumbnail and we'll look at the comment that AMAC left. Oh, you guys. It looks like somebody apparently has hired either a magician or a lighting professional. Like those people that come out to your house when you, like if you build a house, if you do a new, like maybe an entertainment, like a theater, like a home theater. Those places will come out and they'll do all the shit. My goodness. Somebody is employing some magician skills, it looks like. Oh, I'm scrolling, hoping that my man Mike Stevens is here. Hey, Mitten Mama, how are you? I swear, y'all, I'm getting there. You bought a badge clip for your badge? Oh, I'm going to stay away from that one because I'll make a very unfortunate slip of the tongue. I was trying to say it in my head, and I was like, oh no, don't leave that one laying where it is. Scorpio Sting, how are you? Didn't I see Nonsense posted pictures of, oh God, were those things scorpions? I get those here at my house. It's pretty rare, but I have seen them here. Let's go, Brandon. Oh God, that is so funny. God, that feckless old bastard. We're not getting into politics. I mean, I'm sorry, of course. Somebody mentions Betty, and quite naturally, my mind goes to all the movers and shakers and the power brokers of politics. And Betty's there, valet parking their cars. She did say she was invited to Mar-a-Lago. Mm-hmm. Brooks Brothers went out of business. Oh yeah, that's been a couple years, hasn't it? Do you know that Brooks Brothers, I had to Google their logo because it would make me crazy. I would look at it and I'd say, what in the hell is that? And it was a pig, kind of like in what looked like a swag. Hi, France. How are you? Hey, Grain, how you doing? Jenny D. Hi, Patty. Guys, I have to find a better way to take attendance. Chris, Alaska. Hey, Alaska, I haven't seen you in a while. All right, I'm scrolling faster. Hey, Jasmina. Ooh, another Lisa. Lisa Nia. Hi. That's a new name. Welcome. Yeah, cats do some crazy. Ooh, Xena with a sword. Do you know Xena with fire? We might need all of it, so bring it. Bring it. We're going to need the swords. We're going to need the fire. We're going to need that cannonball looking thing with the spike on it that's on a chain. Like my Viking husband. What was his name? Dragnar? Yeah, he was hot too. But he's no Khal Drogo. No, I'm still, me and Jason, we're still working it out. It was just an ugly rumor that I might have been having cocktails with Ross Poldark. That was a rumor. Not happening. My movie husband is still Jason Momoa. Hi, Sheba Mom. Okay, I've done it. I've taken all the attendance. And yes, we do. Xena not only has a sword, she's got a fire. So I would say, look out, bitches. Okay. Now, my couple little things I'm going to go over, and then we're going to get to that thumbnail. My goodness. I tell you what. I think this is a good rule to live by, a good social media words to live by. And, if you happen to be single, kind of like Betty, who, well, she's probably going to be single her whole life for any number of reasons. But, here's a good, I think, kind of like a rule. Yeah, we'll call it a rule. Of course, you do what you want. I mean, I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. But I will say this. I think when employing, the NFL's stadium lighting specialist, your local magician / balloon artist to tweak your image into what a week ago you didn't remotely resemble, kind of like, what is that? Is it not buyer beware? Oh, the old bait and switch. So my piece of advice to anyone when, we'll just say, crafting your image on social media or dating profiles, whatever. Something occurred to me as I was going through the mall yesterday. First I thought, God, for the love of God, please. I've already fallen once this year, like no more. And just, just please, not in the mall. Parking lot, if it's got to happen, okay. In the mall, no. The other thing that occurred to me is I would never want to be out in the wild and because we don't, like, none of us know, like, all of you in this chat could literally live around the corner from me for all I know. So I think when employing Photoshop, the NFL's lighting specialist, your local magicians, you never want to filter and light yourself into another person who like, I can tell you this, nobody's going to run into me in the wild and have to go, oh God, I don't know. Is it her? I don't know. Like, yeah. No, she doesn't have the eyelashes. Yes, I know. The hair does look like her. But yeah, she's short. Like, nobody, if you ran into me in the grocery store, you would absolutely know who I was. I mean, obviously, I use a small, it's not a ring, it's a square. I use a small square. But that's it. Like, I don't filter. So it just makes me laugh, and it puzzles me why, especially one as famous as Betty. But of course, Betty's got plenty of glamour shots from before her, whoever this is she's employed. Although she doesn't want to pay people, so I wonder, what do they work for? Like the donuts from the search. So they must have like a tailgate before the searching starts. Let the searching begin. But first, I listened to Blank Screen, and oh my gosh, Blank Screen, I can't believe the one Saturday, I rarely ever have guests during the day. But on Saturday at 3:30, I have guests coming over. I'm like, damn it. And trust me, when they don't watch YouTube. It's otherwise we'd have a watch party. I'd say, sit down. What do you want to drink? This is going to be good. So Blank Screen, I I await the reveal with bated breath, but I will have to catch it on the replay because I don't think they're going to be here. Well, I would imagine you'll be done before they'll be going home. So I am looking forward to that. But as I was listening to Blank Screen and Burnt Toast this morning, and I listened to a little bit of Forgotten Whispers, you know, I have an uncanny ability. When I see a long live stream, I typically just put my finger on the fast forward, and whenever the fancy strikes me, I let my finger up and boom, that's where we are. And it just so happens that I took my finger off the fast forward at what I'm imagining was, we'll just say the good part. So as I was listening to these different creators, two of whom were playing Betty, I kept hearing her say, quote, at all costs. And I was like, holy shit. Do you think Ernie Shell is like shacked up in Betty's guest room? I've never heard Betty say, at all costs. I don't know, just something to think about. Oh my God, I love tea. Well, this tea. It's basically just candy. It's the raspberry zinger. I put 3 Splendas in it, and then I put a giant spoon, almost like a serving spoon, but not quite that big, of honey in it. Oh, it just tastes divine. Hey, Tia, how you doing? Wait, what is going on? Okay, never mind. So yes, I don't know. Sometimes Betty starts parroting words and phrases, and it makes me think, oh shit. Sorry, I have an ouchie. Oh God, I have to tell you about my gift with purchase. Oh, well, while we're on this, I did make a post. Now I understand. I'm very sorry. I know, Mike, I know it was last minute, honey. It's okay if you can't make it. But Mr. Mike Stevens, you, my friend, you have been removed from the naughty list. Do you know that there were only 2 people on that list? And one has been removed. So Mike, you know, a little bird sent me something. Hey, Nonsense, how you doing? A little bird sent me something. And I thought, well, my goodness, isn't that interesting? And oh, Nonsense, are you here for your are you here for your gift with purchase? Your I'm putting your wrenches in here, you guys. And don't worry, I have enough for everybody. I've only got 3 in front of me. Or do I have? No, 3. I've got 3 in front of me, but don't you worry. I've got enough for all the kids in class. Well, not all the kids in class, but all the wrenches. You know, some people charge for them. I heard Dolly Vision charges $100 for a wrench. I think Laura gives them to her, I think she said her top tier Patreons. There was somebody else talking about wrenches. I cannot remember. Y'all, if I give a wrench, it is strictly because I like you. It's not that I don't like everybody here. No. But I myself, I always look, anybody who gives me a wrench, I always say, Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And FYI, I am the worst mod in the world. I do not know how to do jack shit. I am too busy typing. I will try when it's really busy to catch anything that might be inappropriate and flag it or whatever happens. But yeah, I just give wrenches because I like people. It's fortunate for me that I have several who actually know what they're doing. So there you go. So yes, y'all, I will be handing these out at the end of today's show, and you can put your little blue cartoon wrench in this little tiny Christian Louboutin dust bag. And I'll take the heel tips out if you don't want them. Actually, I think one of these has. Oh, well, they all have the tips in them. Okay, perfect. All right. But yes, Mr. Mike Stevens. Somebody sent me a very interesting text message. Actually, it was a little screenshot. It was a text message and it was a screenshot. And I thought, oh my goodness, he must miss me. I'm not going to read the text because, it's just salacious gossip and whatnot. So I have no way of knowing. I said several times that I didn't necessarily think of that. Well, one time I actually came right out and asked him. I said, I think you're just a troll. Listen, Mike and I have a long storied history. It goes way back. And I never made any secret of the fact that I kept Mike Stevens around because he knew how to appeal to my shallow side. If there's one thing Mike Stevens knows how to do, it's give a gratuitous compliment. But what can I say? I'm shallow like every other bitch out here. I mean, listen, I don't care how old the woman is. I don't care how well or little you know her. Every woman likes a compliment. I mean, it is what it is. But I think he should stay, he plays for Betty's team, and that's good because Betty probably doesn't get many compliments. So I get it, Mike. Hold on, I'm going to pull it up, and because the reflection is so bad in my glasses, I don't want some of this reflecting. Let me whoops. Oh my gosh. That picture is so beautiful. The person who sent me the text also sent me a picture that is just gorgeous. Here's the screenshots. Now, I'm not going to read what, I'm not going to read the message that went with them because, I'm just not. But let's just say this. It was pondering the, well, apparently I'm not the only one who thinks that Mike Stevens perhaps is not Mike Stevens. Listen, I said a while ago that I questioned whether or not Mike was just straight up trolling me. And he fell all over himself in a comment telling me, oh, no, I've never trolled you, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, just calm down. It's not that serious. And I said, okay, no problem. I mean, listen, y'all, I don't take this shit real seriously, okay? I understand that a lot of people do, but I don't. The only thing that I get really turned up about is like what Constance's dirtbag friend was allowing his chat to do, which was talk about wanting my address. Now that will get me turned up. All the rest of it, I give two shits what a lot of you losers think about me. Like, I'm not the one who spends every vertical conscious moment on YouTube with my plight of the week, plight of the month, plight of the year. You get the picture. So I have also at times thought that I came right out and asked Mike one day. I said, you know, Mike, I wonder if, number one, if Mike Stevens is actually even really a male. And number two, could Mike Stevens actually be not just a sub? Could Mike Stevens perhaps be another YouTuber? Of course, it was like, oh, no. Does it really matter? No. All right, so here's the screenshot and what it said that was sent to me. And y'all will just have to take my word for it. Well, you can probably, if you really need to see it, I'm sure the reflection of my glasses, you'll be able to. But it's Betty. Hit the button as you come in. Oh, Jesus, God almighty. Oh, support our next project. Venmo, Bullhorn Betty. Cash App, Star Baby. Mike Stevens, and they were kind enough to circle it for me so I knew where to look. It says, Lisa must not be getting what she needs from her husband, so she has to attack you and others. Hold on, there's one more. And the second one, from my former internet husband, Mike Stevens, does this mean we are not getting back together? Listen, I know I said fuck arbitration and we were going right to court. But we got enough court things going on around here. So Mike, I'm willing to bury the hatchet. So, you know, we could start slow, just with maybe we'll meet for drinks. And I don't know, maybe drinks will lead to dinner. Maybe that'll lead to more drinks. Maybe that'll lead to, I don't know, depending on what you can offer me. I mean, my husband said, you can have her, but be careful what you wish for, because you might get it. Because if you get me, if I leave him and I decide to become Mrs. Mike Stevens, he said you're getting all the bills that come with all of this. And Mike, I know you love Betty. You never made any secret about that, and I never tried to get you to leave Betty for me. But I'm just telling you, I don't shop at Walmart. And I don't stay in hotels like Betty. So my husband said, you tell that guy, if he can afford you, I leave it in your hands, honey. So Mike, I don't know, make me an offer. Tell me what can you do for me, Mike? What can you do that my husband can't? But now listen. Oh, the second one, it says that Lisa is vicious. Oh, Mike, I thought you liked me, Mike. God, I'm crushed. You know, I see a Lifetime movie shower scene coming. No, not with you and me. With me, like in the shower, sobbing, tears of heartbreak as I slide down the shower like this. Because apparently, Mike, he's been lying to me all this time. Here, I thought you, Mike, I thought you really cared about me. I mean, you were usually first in the door. You always put your little rose up for me. Now, of course, he did put a bullhorn with it, but you know, he was always falling all over himself to tell me how wonderful I was. I mean, hell, Mike, that's why I let you stay. I mean, Mike, you got to get better at this. I keep saying, you are a unicorn in this place. Like, it's mostly women. Mike, my God. Dude, you could have every woman in this place falling at your feet. I mean, and if your feet are bigger than mine, unlike some of these men on here, you're probably going to be in like Flynn. I mean, but there was just something I wanted to. Let's read it again, shall we? Lisa must not be getting. Lisa must not be getting what she needs from her husband, so she has to attack you and others. Okay, so I'm assuming he's saying that to Betty. God, I wish I knew how far. Oh, 8 minutes and 44 seconds in, it looks. Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. That's the time. Okay, so I would just like to know where in the stream that happens. Like, what? I don't watch Betty. So, I mean, I watch her on other people's. So I don't know how it works over there, but I'm just like, it's Mike. Why would you be worrying? Like, what correlation does me and my husband have with Betty? Like, I'm very confused. And apparently you are too. So let me just set it straight, okay? Shameless plug. Mike, I just need to let you in on this. I have what I call my useless talent, okay? Hi, Glory, how are you? My useless talent is I don't like vicious. That sounds terrible. I prefer I have a razor sharp wit and a tongue to go with it. Or a mouth, whatever. I mean, boy, that's one great thing about being highly literate. Yeah. I don't worry too much about being cloned. I mean, that and the fact that I'm not that important. My goodness, if you all could take a big old gulp. I mean, something tells me you all have plenty of big old cups laying around your car, probably. Take a big old cup of humble pie. Like, I am not that important, and you mofos are not that important, okay? Because in the big picture, my little teeny weeny tiny invisible channel of about just south of 1,600 people, and Betty's whatever she's at 25,000 and holding for what, a year. Hi, Dis, how you doing? Hey, TLC. In terms of YouTube, it's the same thing. It truly is. It's the numbers may as well be the same. Okay. This, as my husband likes to remind me all the time, my poor long-suffering husband, my God. He's actually considering, sending me to Mike Stevens. He's speaking to our lawyer right now. He's he's trying to bang out like a rock solid prenup so that, you know, when he's packs those Louis Vuitton suitcases, he will, you know, he's making sure, you're not returning the bitch. You wanted her, you got her. One of those type of things. As he likes to remind me. But now my husband has said to me, honey, now listen, one real benefit of, you know, me sending you to someone who can make you happy is the fact that I'm not going to have to hear about it. Y'all, I need to record my husband. He is so funny. He will say shit like this. Yesterday, I started telling him about something and he goes, honey, I can't keep all these people straight. Who's the short guy, the one who runs down the road? I'm like, he's got the general idea of the players. But you know, he's thinking it might be a real plus to not have to listen to any of this shit anymore. So, Mike Stevens, be careful what you wish for. I may be headed your way. But Mike, the real reason that, wait, how did he put it? I need to look at that again because I don't remember exactly what he said. And I want to be accurate. It's important. Accuracy is important. I am not, unlike Betty, I am not about being first. I'm about being right. Okay? So here we go. Lisa must not be getting what she needs from her husband. I'm sure it goes without saying that there's not a damn bit of punctuation. And in light of Commagate, it's probably not a bad thing. Normally, I would rake him over the coals for that. But this place is on the edge right now. We are teetering on the brink of all-out nuclear holocaust, okay? And the fallout that will come from it. So I'm going to let the lack of punctuation slide. But remember what I was saying about being highly literate? Yeah. Lisa must not be getting what she needs from her husband, so she has to attack you and others. No, I don't attack her, first of all. I shit talk her. I talk shit about her. I hold a mirror up to her face. I give the everyday educated woman on the street. I give my take on the batshit crazy, low-life, grifting scumbags. There you go. How you like that? And you trust me. If I can get an extra pair of shoes out of it, well, by God, you better look out, okay? Because I will work for shoes. I mean, this is the thought process of these people. They think there's a correlation between. It's like, it's not that serious. It's not that deep. I mean, Mike, here's what you're going to have to do for me, okay? My husband said, if you think you can satisfy me, she's yours, buddy. You can have her. The attorney, he's crunching the numbers right now because my husband said, once those bags hit the curb, there's no turning back. I'm your problem, okay? So there's not going to be any bait and switch here, and this is a zero return policy. You buy it, it's yours. You break it, it's yours. So he's going to give you the accurate breakdown of what it takes to keep me off of YouTube talking about Betty and others, okay? I think it's very nice that I guess this is you white knighting for Betty. I mean, it's okay, Mike. Trust me. It's good. I totally understand. But it's just like, I don't know. It's very odd that, I mean, I've tried to see what is like what's the correlation between. So there's that. But yeah, Mike, as soon as I get as soon as the lawyer and the accountant get the numbers to me, I'll shoot them on over to your camp, and then maybe we can play Let's Make a Deal. You're gonna have to. I hope you got a good job. That's all I can say, because I only work for fun. Okay, I don't work for money. I work for fun. For buying stupid shit I don't need. And much like my hotel policy, which I get it, you don't know what it is, so don't worry, I'm gonna fill you in. My thoughts on hotels and my policy on hotels I stay in is the following. I don't stay places that are not as nice as where I live. Okay? That just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, and we see where Betty stays, and we see where she lives. So, I mean, just based on what she shows on YouTube, of course. So I assure you, I don't stay where Betty stays. So please take that into consideration. All right. But that's my policy. So we'll get the numbers together and we'll see if we can work it out. Okay. But Mike, does this mean I can't come to you if, like, do I have to stop doing YouTube? And like, this is my what do they call that? Is it, I never know the pronunciation. Hey, Sofa King, how you doing? Hi, Queen Bella. Hell yeah, wedding invites, hell yes. I mean, listen, do I look like a girl who's gonna just shack up? No, not at this age. That was my younger years. No, I'm not shacking up. There will be an ironclad prenup, which of course will be heavily weighted in my favor. And yes, there will be wedding invites. But anyway, there was something else. Oh yes, this is like my Sudoku. I don't know how you say it. I'm not into playing games on my phone. I don't do crossword puzzles. I used to do the New York Times crossword puzzle. Came out on Sunday. It would take me until the following Friday to get it done. And it's just, it's too much work. I don't play games on my phone. You got to do something to, like, keep it all firing on all cylinders. So I mean, I'm sorry, I can't help it that I have a particular gift for calling out ass clowns and for dragging douchebags. Sorry, it doesn't mean you're reading a little too much into this, Mike. But like I said, you're gonna get your chance. So if you wanna take this problem off my husband's hands, you're gonna get that opportunity, and you're gonna have all the information you need to make an informed decision. Because like I said, I come with a no return policy. All right, moving right along. Okay. Hi, blank screen. Hi, Jane says. How you doing? Oh, there's SoFlo Mama. How are you? Kathy P's got something to say. No, Kathy P talks about everything. Who's the got something to say? Why can't? Who is that? Oh, Jane says I'm glowing. It's because I'm talking. Oh my God! It's because I was talking about my damn YouTube. Well, he used to be my YouTube husband, Mike Stevens. I had to. We had to separate, and I just took him off the naughty list. I took him off. He was one of two people that are blocked here, and now there's only one. And I can't help it. I'm just talking about Mike has got me all glowy. Well, that and the L'Oreal Glotion that I use it has a time role in that. Hey, Wine, Crime, and Mayhem. Many of you know that quite often here, this chat is graced with the presence of a celebrity. Hey, Zen. Have a good day at work, girl. Oh, second person in YouTube that works. And if if you're here, well, you will know which certain YouTube celebrity I am speaking of. And each and every time that YouTube celebrity has graced this chat with his sexy YouTube celebrity self, I have forgotten to ask, what does he think of his starring role in my intro? So if maybe he and Mike Stevens are sitting having a beer somewhere. But yeah, next time he drops by, would someone please remember to ask that all-important question? And yes, I do have the slides in case you might want it for, Tinder, Grindr, whatever. I'd be happy to send it right along because it's pretty good. This damn shelf. I wish y'all could see the little shelf on my chair. It just has red scratches all over it from my shoes. And I'm going to switch this out. This company I bought this from, I absolutely love. You can switch out the canvas. I don't need the seat because nobody sees the seat. Because this is getting kind of funky. So I'm going to, I think I'm going to do lavender with maybe black. I don't know. White doesn't show up as good. Okay. Moving right along. Oh, this is kind of a sad note. As I'm sure most of you know. Well, at least last I heard, as of yesterday, y'all, I have not been around a whole lot this week. I've had real world things to do. Thank Jesus. So all of the latest and greatest news events, I have been days behind. I think I'm finally caught up. I think. I mean, as caught up as one can be. So last I heard, which would have been yesterday, but even what I was listening to yesterday, it was at least a day old. Is Deets on the street? Has she left. Oh, thank you, hippie. You like these? I got those on Amazon and they were like $12. I bought a bunch of them in different colors. You guys, I have it written down in my dossier of dastardly deeds and shit to buy and YouTube titles and show ideas. The Lisa's favorite things. And I know I keep talking about it and never do it. I need to. And I'm going to, because honestly, you guys, I am very tired of this disgusting cesspool and all the backbiting, just gross shit that goes on here. And I've always liked Deets. There, and for no reason at all, I just rarely was ever in her chat, and I think it was just a time conflict thing. Things at night, y'all, I am very rarely on YouTube at night. Because I don't keep vampire hours. I sleep like a, hey Ellie, how you doing? I sleep like a regular person hours. And during the day, oftentimes it would be either because we were on at the same time or I had just, y'all, when I walk out of here, I don't know how it is for everybody else, but when I get done doing a live, especially one that's, multiple hours long, I am brain fried and I'm at YouTube overload. And I just, unless I'm really interested in listening to the whatever current shit show is going on, I go walk my dog, I take a shower, I find something on TV. So there are so many people I really like on here. There's a lot of people I respect on here. I don't even know how many channels I'm sub to. I don't go in a lot of tons of chats. I mean, I tend to go, just like all of us, I tend to go to the ones that we all go to. And it's for no other reason except, like everyone, there's only so much time in the day. And I just personally, I have a real life outside of YouTube. I'm very lucky. And I'm not knocking people who want to stay on here, more hours than most people work a real job at in a week. That, like, do you? I am not, but that's not me. So I don't understand, but I can't understand that because I know there's a lot of people who this is their everything. It's their friends. They look at people as family, etc. So, but like, I can't spend that much time on here. It's not even good. For me, it's not. It's mentally, it's not good for me to spend too much time on this shit. And I've always liked Deets. I could really identify with a lot of the things she said and her reasonings about why she was leaving. And truly, y'all, I think Deets is, she seems to be a very sweet person. And I don't doubt for 1 minute that is absolutely who she is when she turns the computer off. I think she's, and I you know what I kept thinking, and I hate that I think this and that I thought this when hearing her and, other people talking about all the things that have gone on from all different, people. I just kept saying to myself, she's not built for this place. And it's kind of troubling to me that I was going to say that I am, but I'm not. Like I might sit up here and talk smack, but some of all this real life and no, I would never do that. And I am still just, and anybody who's ever been, and I wasn't even doxxed, but they want to. So I can't imagine how that feels when that is done to you. Hey traders, how are you? It's very unsettling to think that there are people that are that invested and that like riled up over words on YouTube. And I'm sorry, to me, well, number one, it's just incredibly stupid to be doing that shit on a public platform. Like, how dumb are you? But it's troubling. It doesn't feel good. So and I've done it myself. I did it a year ago, right about this time. I blew my whole channel up. And you know why I blew it up? Because I did not want the temptation that I would walk right back into it. And that is hand to God. That is why I did that. That whole Quentin Simon shit. And I'm sitting back watching. You want to talk about animals? Betty, you're the animal. Okay. I know you like to assign that moniker to, you'll have to look that up. I know you like to assign that moniker to everybody that doesn't like jump on your ghetto hate train. And people who speak about you are then animals. Betty, your YouTube performance and career, usually you look like you need a rabies shot and a muzzle. Okay. So let's keep it in perspective here. This animal, I mean, I'm a mammal, so I guess, yeah, I'm still deciding though, chinchilla, mink, I'm not sure which animal I want to be, but when I figure it out, you can put it in my binder. I mean, I am still trying to wrap my brain around this. Here, tell me how this works. Oh, Amy M. That's interesting you say this. I do not watch Doug from Northport. I never did. And it's not because I have some issue with him. I didn't think it was I thought it was gross when he was kind of like, didn't he take up for JLR and that whole Sarah Dryer disaster? Yeah, how about that, you disgusting, hateful bitch, Betty? Yeah, you remember that, Bets? Oh, all you animals, get off your couch and help a family, help the families. What the hell is wrong with you? Like, is something misfiring up here? Like, Betty, do you realize that not everybody on YouTube is here to help a family. I'm here to like do something with a little bit of free time. I'm not here to like be Inspector Gadget. I leave that up to you and your merry band of morons. Oh my God, speaking of that, do you guys actually believe a $1,400 super chat? I swear to God, I saw that and I was like, is that in yen? Pesos? Danish marks? Like what the fuck is that in? Because I would think of all those people that listen to her, if every single one of them went out to their car and started digging like under the seat in the glove box, I'd be shocked if they could scrape up $1,400. I mean, wow, tragedy pimping. Woo! Oh, okay. Sofa King, it was in South Africa. I knew it. I knew it. God, you are so smart. Yeah. Yeah, Betty complaining about the animals. All you animals. Well, I can tell you what this animal's never done. Everything you've done. Everything. In fact, I think, you know what? Just for old lang syne. Hold on a minute. You know what we're gonna do, kids? We're gonna take a little we're gonna take a walk. We're gonna visit a blast from the past. Shall we do that? Let's see. What is that bitch's name? Crimes and Fashion? God, oh, I hate her. Oh, they say she is so horrible. I'm going to read one of my community posts, which was actually Betty's. It was Betty's. It started as Betty's disgusting, heinous post that she made to Sarah Dryer's family before they found her. Let's see, is that it? No, not that one. I don't have many. Oh goodness, y'all, there are so many good things we need to revisit here. How about this one? Oh, this was one of Lisa's finer moments. Let's see. I hope it'll show the way I want it to. There we go. Oh, yes. Oh, God, that horrible bitch, Crimes and Fashion. Oh, do we remember this, kids? Oh, look at that. That's when Betty's great friend, Molly Golightly, sent the Ghetto Glam Squad. Yes, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. I mean, my God, who knew that there was a blind stylist running around? Boy, I hope she works for cheap, because I could have taken your average kindergartner to Party City and said, okay, you see this lady right here? Yeah, the one with the platinum dryer lint, yellow, orange. Yeah, that. Okay, we're going to go to the store and I want you to find the wig that you think would match the best with, I mean, what the hell? This is like some Ratched Rapunzel. Ooh, Ratched Rapunzel. There we go. Ratched Rapunzel. Yeah. When I saw this, I swear to you, the first thing that I said publicly about this was, Betty, if you ever had any illusion as to what Molly Golightly's feelings about you are, all you need to do is look at this picture, because I wouldn't have done that to her. I would not have said, oh, Betty, let me put these. I mean, it looks like it came off of another person. I mean, I was going to say Photoshop, but let's go back to the kindergartner, because the kindergartner could have Photoshopped something better than that. I mean, what an epic disaster. Okay, so was there, I think I just wanted to show the picture. Yeah, okay. All right, but that's still not the one I'm looking for. Oh, here's another funny one. Oh, this is hilarious. How about this one? This is what I thought. This is what I think Prayer Garden of America looks like. Shit. Is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, wait. I got to scroll down. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Sorry, madam. I know you didn't do anything to me. I know I did. I loved you on the Muppets. Oh, God, can't you take a joke? Come on. Listen, slow your roll, or you're going to Mike Stevens with me. And I'm not putting in a Louis Vuitton suitcase either. I'm going to put you in a damn hefty bag. Okay. Yeah, that's Prayer Garden. That's how I see her anyway. All I want is this damn post. Where is it? Are you kidding me? All right. Apparently I missed it. Hold on. What did I do? Oh, come on. Oh, let's do that. And I'll oh, they want me to take a poll. How satisfied are you about making posts? Well, do you really care that much, YouTube? You haven't solved any of the other things I've griped about. So, like, why would I think this would be any different? Oh, okay. I think this is it. Oh no, sorry, that was Zav. I'm going to read. I want to read you. I don't think it's on her channel. If she had 2 brain cells to rub together, she took it off her channel. But because I want to read to you, lest we forget the, oh, let's see. I think this is it. The vile post. Oh, shit. Oh. I have my response to her. I don't have it. I only have what I have my response to her. So we don't need to do that. I'm not going to waste y'all's time with that. Hi, Revival. How are you? Hi, Truth Hurts. I saw a new name that I love. Ooh, Coco. Timu Extensions. Hi, Coco. I think that's a new name. Welcome, if so. Okay. So yeah, the one who calls people animals made the most vile post to Sarah Dryer's family, who was subsequently found deceased at her own hand. And Miss, I'm here for families, bitch. You are here for your checkbook. Don't save it. And listen, Betty, unless you're going to do what I've been lucky enough to do and find a fabulous man to do the heavy lifting. Well, girl, everybody's got to work. I mean, I work, but I don't, that's for That's because I'm not that girl who, like, contrary to what Constance thinks, I'm not that girl. Like, I don't go with my hand out and say, honey, honey, can you buy me a microphone? No, I buy. If, you know, if I can't, never mind. It doesn't matter. So, Betty, I would say that this, what you call your work, well, it beats the other job you could do, which is, would you like fries with that job? So I don't know about you, but I've never met an advocate who's here for the families. I'm just here to help families. Of course, the only thing I can do is print flyers. And Betty, if you getting your hoofs out there and tripping through the daisies, well, that's a win-win, Betty. That's excellent work for the family on your behalf. And I dare say that a little exercise wouldn't hurt you. So there is that. So Betty, just look at it as your work. But I've never known anyone within any system that even has the remotest vicinity to advocating for families, for missing people. I've just, I don't know, I've never seen one who makes a vicious, vile, hateful, shitty post to that family who is in agony, not knowing where their loved one is. And the way you advocated for them was you blasted them all over social media, telling them that is that the one where she said she was a world famous YouTuber? And, basically it was like, you're going to be sorry for not getting Bullhorn Betty's help. I'll make sure nobody touches this case. You are an absolute piece of shit. No, I didn't stutter. You are trash. And for the life of me, I cannot understand why anybody wants to support. She is a clown. So there was that. Oh, let's not forget Quentin Simon. We can never forget that. Yeah, that sure looks like a lot of good advocacy work going on to me. Yep. Mike Stevens is here. Oh, Mike, mother of two boys. How are you? Where's Mike? Hi, cutie pie. Oh, better late than never. You know what they say. There's Mike Stevens. Mike, did you hear me? Did you hear me or did you see my post? Or both? Are you glad to be back, Mike? I'm going to wait till I see you comment before I move on. Sorry, I was in the other window and I can't see the comments here. I'm not a world famous YouTuber like Betty with a staff of highly effective mods. Thank God I've got a couple highly effective mods. Oh, you saw my post. Oh. And look, I didn't even make you take me to dinner before I welcomed you back into the fold. Even though you're not very Mike, I didn't know I didn't know we parted on such bad terms that you feel so strongly about me. Did you hear what my husband said though? He said you can have me, but the caveat is you take all the expense that comes along with me, okay? Now you're not allergic to like cats, are you? Dogs? Well, my dog is hypoallergenic, so nobody's allergic to him. But how about cats? Because I'm contemplating leaving my husband for you, the cats didn't do anything. They're innocent. I don't know. Well, kind of like, messier divorces. Like he and I will, me and him, sorry. I can't be the grammar police and then use improper grammar. So me and him, we can hammer out the more minor details. We'll do that later. What do you mean you can't afford me? How do you know? The real question is this, okay? I might consider a downgrade in my lifestyle if. How did you put that? Hold on. I don't want to misquote. Lisa must not be getting what she needs from her husband. So she has to attack you and others. And that was you sending it to Betty. I mean, the little pictures, you can see it. So, Mike, what do you think I need? That's the question. That's what I want to know. What do you think I need that I'm not getting? Oh, shit. I need are you a chiropractor by any chance? Or a surgeon? Because if you are, bitchy, get your shit together. We're moving. If I have to do it under cover of darkness so I can take the kids with me, I will. Oh no, Mike, I don't watch Betty at all. Someone else watches Betty and sends. Well, the only time I see Betty is on the clips, but somebody sent me 2 screenshots of whatever that. Truthfully, I guess it was yesterday. I don't know. I'm not gonna say who it was, but yeah. I know AMAC, and to me, I don't. Gina, that wasn't the comment I meant to show. I'm sorry. This one. I don't think, I don't hear it. I know there are people who think they sound very much alike. I don't, but that's just me. Oh, shit. Oh, well, Sophie King, we won't have to worry about that because Betty has a job. Haven't you heard? This is her job. This is her job. She makes flyers. She walks through the woods looking for people. And she'll stay in cheap, seedy motels. That's her job, okay? Whoops. Hi, Wise Angel. All right. Anyway, so Mike, it looks like you're back in the fold. Okay. Just try. Mike, you want to hear something hilarious? And I swear to you, this is the God's honest truth. Hold on. Let me take this. Let me unpin that comment. Why is, okay, there it is. You want to hear something funny? I always thought, I didn't know until about 2 weeks ago what a managing mod is. Oh God, I almost spilled my tea all over my damn purple wool carpet. That would have sucked because I'm trying to balance on, I don't know, why do I repeat these things that I know? Like putting my heel on this little shelf on this chair. It never works out well, but I do it every time. At any rate, I didn't know until like 2 weeks ago what a managing mod is. When one of the mods reached out to me and said, oh, I think it was after Laura came on panel. It was somewhere around that time. And one of the mods reached out after the show and said, can you make me a managing mod because it would just make it easier to handle, when it gets mixed up in the chat, etc. So I said, oh, okay, yeah. And I was like, what the hell is a managing mod? I mean, she explained it and then I went, but I was like, oh, wow, I thought all mods could, do what mods do. So when I went to the YouTube studio to do that, I looked at the blocked list and it was Mike Stevens and one other person. And I thought, well, that's interesting. All that time. Oh, that's what it was. She said to me when she was explaining the managing mod thing, she said, only a managing mod can block someone. And I thought, oh my God, all this time, I thought, Mike, do you remember all the times when you'd be here and we'd be getting along so well. And then all of a sudden, we got to give a warning and then another warning. Well, apparently you were just getting timed out. And all that time, I thought you had been blocked and that you were on a VPN. And I was always trying to work out, well, how the hell is it, even if he's on a VPN, he keeps coming back in with the same name? But, so Mike, all the time that I thought you were blocked, you were not. You were just timed out. You did eventually get blocked, but it took a hell of a long time. And I hope we don't have to go back to that, Mike. Yes, there were only 2 of you blocked. And as of now, there's only 1 of you blocked. But yeah, Mike, I'm hurt. I mean, not only did I get this distressing screenshot, I saw one time when I was in the bushes, because listen, y'all, and this is the God's honest truth, I do not go to channels or chats of people that I don't talk to or associate with or like. I know a lot of people love going into people that they don't like with troll accounts or with their own accounts and, screwing around in the chat. That's just not something that I do. I don't know. I just don't. I figure it's enough. I sit here, I say my piece, and that's that. So, well, Mike, what did you think that was going to do? And it's not just that, Mike. When I was in the bushes at Dolly Visions a few weeks ago, oh, I can tell you exactly when it was. It was when all that very unfortunate debacle with Heels happened. And right after that happened, um, because she and me and her were, I thought we were good friends. Um, and right after that happened, I think he made a point of running around to, people that were, well, Mike Stevens, I am gonna, you know what, Mike? Oh, God damn it. Mike, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you hold on, let me see. Well, do you want one of these? These are what the mod wrenches come in. Do you want one of these? Or I could give you a cartoon rose. And actually, Mike, I'm going to give it to you. That's at least he answered and he was honest. And I believe that, Mike. It's okay, Mike. I can forgive you. I've forgiven people for a lot worse transgressions than that. I can get over you, my former internet husband, who, my God, did you leave me for Betty, Mike? Because that's really going to crush my ego if that's the case. But back to what I was saying. Yeah, I was, so right around that time of that very unfortunate Heels debacle. Well, I can't speak for anybody else's chat, but I can speak for mine. Yeah, Dolly came in here several days in a row, and he would just run in and he would put some horrible message in the chat about, I don't want to go back there, but they were bad. But let's just say that he was lumping me in with her, his feelings on her, and with no reason, incidentally. And hi, Jean. And yeah, so let's just say that he came in and he made some very outrageous and gross accusations to me. But then he'd leave. Like he wouldn't even stay around and let me respond. So after about the third day of that, I thought, well, if the mountain won't come to Muhammad, maybe Muhammad will have to go to the mountain. So I went over to his chat, but I wasn't in the chat. I was in the bushes. And I was, for the less than a minute I was there debating, it didn't take me long to decide that, oh no, that wouldn't be he'd either do an Ernie show and give me a link, but then put me in timeout backstage. Oh, Mike, but well, I'm sure he is, but he's not too busy to come here almost every live. This is one of the few where he's not here. But while I was there, God, my timing is impeccable. It just so happened that I saw you shit talking yours truly. And I don't remember what you said. It was nothing heinous, but yet again, another arrow to my heart. I was like, damn, God, Mike, how do I get taken in like this all the time? I think they're my friends. And you guys, who did I hear the other day? And I cannot remember what they were talking about. And I swear to you, what was going through my mind was Sally Field's Oscar acceptance speech, where she went on and on and on. She said, "You like me. You really, really like me." I wish I could remember what that was. Oh, so yes, Mike, to say that you've let me down and disappointed me is an understatement. But I thought, you know what? But does it work both ways, Mike? That's the real question. Because, see, I've never asked you to. Well, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but boy, we got a lot of espionage going on in this place lately. So I don't know. What was the title? Oh, yeah. I thought about calling this The Spy Who Didn't Love Me. I've never asked you for, I've never asked you to play double agent. But are you interested in that? We'll change your name to protect the guilty. All right, so there you go, Mike. I let you off the naughty list. My husband's got the the accountant crunching the numbers, because he said, if I pack my bags and I go to a man who can give me what I need, there is no returns. You got it? So we're going to have to really make sure this is what we want. All right. And I have to give you need to make an informed choice. You got to have all the information before you pass or accept. All right. But how are you going to explain this, Mike? Come on, do you not think this is going to be a problem for Betty? Do you think Betty's going to be okay with you being over here? I think we know the answer to that little question. Mike, well, you can watch, right? Just because somebody's blocked, you can still watch them, right? Yeah, wasn't that bullshit Ernie Shell was working on? Blocked means blocked. You can watch, you just can't chat, right? No, I was just going to ask you what you think of the intro, the new one. But I'm going to play it at the end too, so in case you've missed it. In case Ernie Shell got his wish and blocked really does mean blocked. All right. Now, I don't know, Mike. This might not have been the best place for you to enter the building. Actually, why don't you guys tell me? I'm going to pull up this thumbnail. I don't know that. Oh, AMAC, if you want to give me am I just looking for the comment? I just wanted to show the thumbnail. I'm actually going to give Betty a compliment. Unfortunately, it wasn't going to have any caveat to it. But then listen, Betty, here, rumor has it that Betty's making, or Olivia, somebody's making a movie. Okay, that's great. But here we go again. It's like, I feel like we take one step forward and two steps back. And I mean, who are we looking to be who's going to be I mean, is this going to be a YouTube movie? What kind of movie is this going to be? So this thumbnail, I I think Betty's face looks very nice. I think her hair looks good, better, a lot better in this thumbnail. I'm not I'm not understanding the, oh man, I'm not getting this hairline. What it, I can't make it any bigger because then you can't see the thumbnail if I click right into it. But it's like this. I don't know why she won't listen to me. That hair, like I swear to God, her hairline just keeps moving back, and she's pushing this thing over. But she actually has on. Wait a minute, let me go back and look over here. My God, she's got makeup on. I have to say, the little bit of the clip that I saw from the last Zoom hearing, she actually did. She had on, her makeup looked decent. She had on, lipstick, and I think she had like a sweater on. Still not getting the whole sweater deal in Florida. Yeah, I don't get that. But be that as it may, she definitely looked court appropriate, and let's face it, that's something she should be familiar with. And her makeup looked better than I've ever seen it look. And actually, this picture that's on this thumbnail, she had that same lipstick on, I believe, in that court video. So I'm giving her high marks for the makeup because it looks nice. I would tell her that, Betty, I can see under your eyes where it's light. That is from my guess wearing sunglasses outside and clearly no sunscreen on the rest of her face, because those are tan marks from her glasses. Yeah, Betty, I think she was born in Florida, so she should know. The sun, well, Betty's 10 years younger than me. The sun is ravaging here in Florida, but it is never too late to stop further damage. So I would get some sunscreen and, oh, Betty, that top, I think she looks nice in black and white polka dots. I like that on her. I absolutely detest the cut of that top. Pumpkin, that is not for you. That is, you've got to have very tone arms. All of it. Like that. I mean, that is like, no. That, honestly, that is a very young woman's top, or I wore something similar to that, the cut here, and I don't have the, I mean, my arms could use some toning up, but not as much as Betty's. That, and see, this is what I mean about, and honestly, I'm not even trying to shade her. Because she is not alone by any stretch of the imagination. There are, and listen, I can be guilty of it sometimes. I don't do it much anymore. But when I was younger than I am now, Mike, were you not listening to what I said? I said her makeup looks very nice. I'm not even mad at her hair. I am very upset. It's her wardrobe that I'm hippie. You can look at the top. I can't make it any bigger. Let me see. Let me try something. Hold on 1 minute. I don't think I can. Oh wait, maybe I can. All right, hold on. I'm gonna try and shit. No, I wanna that thumbnail is moving and I I want to blow up the oh man. God damn, Betty. Woo. Well, if you want to hippie, I can't make it any bigger, but I'm talking about the one on the very top. So what I was saying about this is a mistake that she is definitely not alone in making. I do it occasionally. I really try not to anymore. And I think most of the time I do okay. Even if you've got the physique to wear a style that is for a much younger woman, that still a lot of times is not a good look. But that top, that Betty, your days of wearing tops like that should be long gone. It's, I mean, I shudder to think we're only seeing it from here up, but anything that is exposing that much of the torso from I can tell that it probably cuts. I guarantee you that she's got side boob everywhere hanging out of that thing because there's no way you could not have a neckline and all of this open and have room on the side to totally cover side boob. And I'm not saying she wore that out anywhere. It could have just been for that thumbnail. I'm assuming that's what it was because I promise you, there's no way in hell that I can tell by the cut of that top. There's no way in hell that all of this is covered. It couldn't be. The cut would not allow it. So, yeah. No. But that wasn't even what we were looking for. I am looking for the comment under, oh, damn it. AMAC, can you tell me again what the name of I've got some, oh, it's that one. Okay, hold on. Now I'm going to go into it so I can pull the comments up. Come on. All right, there we go. Let me get the comments. Woo! Oh, damn it. Come on, mouse. Oh, look at that. We got a staple gun. Oh, for God's sake, jeez, Betty. Oh, God. Wow. All right, let me find the comments because that's what I'm looking for. And I'm looking for AMAC. Oh, it might have already been deleted. Oh, there it is. No. Oh, well, that doesn't say AMAC, but it says AM. It looks at, no, is that it? No. Oh, wait a minute. I think I might have found it. Okay, I think I have it. AMAC, is it under AM? Wait a minute. Does it say from AM to PM? Is that the name? Oh, Sofa King. My God, I am so glad you put that up. Yeah, how about that? I forgot about that. Okay, first of all, listen, I'm not here to tell Betty what to do. I give two shits what Betty does as far as this kind of stuff goes. I cannot wrap my mind around. I don't have a TikTok. I lose enough hours of my life to this. I don't do any other social media. I cannot wrap my mind around a woman in her 40s who holds herself out as, whether or not she holds herself out as an advocate of some kind, which we all know she does. But even if she did not, I would still say the same thing. That is like, I'm sorry, like that is the most white trash thing I have ever seen. What, like, I can promise you there is no scenario or situation in this world where I would make a video or a live or a thumbnail or anything with the words strap on and my name and face. Like that literally blows my mind. And to think, first of all, I don't know what Betty comes from, but I got a pretty good idea. I can tell you as a 53-year-old woman, number one, it would never in a million years cross my mind. That would never, it just wouldn't. It never. You know why? Because it's disgusting. It is so low rent, low class, white trash. It's just gross. It's absolutely gross. I mean, as a woman who's supposedly, you know, I am woman, hear me roar, and you want to get attention, you're going to make a video. And she knew exactly what she was doing. And that was not an accident. So it's not like anybody could say, oh, well, it was just a poor choice of words. No, it was a very deliberate choice of words because she's that thirsty for views, apparently. If you told me there was a pile of free Louboutins and Chanel bags waiting at the end of that video, all I have to do is make a video and show my face and talk about a strap on. No fucking way. It's so gross. It's so vile. But okay, I guess if that is how she wants to portray herself as a woman, have at it. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of all the young girls that you hear that do porn that'll say something like this. Well, I find it very empowering. And it's like, I don't know, what's wrong with it? And I'm proud of my body. And then nobody told me to do this. I just love sex. I mean, yeah, sure, sweetie. That's what everybody thinks when they're watching you too. Yeah. As I stand here as a 53-year-old woman who has a grown adult child and a mother and a father who are still alive, do you know what would be unleashed on me if I made a video like that and my mother got wind of it? We won't even take the child out of it because she doesn't have a child and there's nothing on the planet of Earth that could make me do this. So, but she does have a mother who's living. So we'll take the child out. Let's just do it from the mother standpoint. I don't come from what Betty comes from. Like that just, no, that just, and I will never speak on her mother. That's, I know there are people who think she's fair game because she takes part in her show, at least part-time. I am not one of those people, and I will not do that. But, it's very obvious to me that I see very stark contrasts between myself and Bets. So, yeah, it's so, I mean, I don't know how for someone who, the whole, I am a woman, hear me roar, who makes a video with a title that could not have debased herself more. The only way she could have made herself look worse or debased herself more would have been if it was actually the kind that she was intimating. I mean, obviously people on there know it's not going to be that, but that, in my mind, that would be the only way that it could have been trashier than it already was. But this is a woman who holds herself out as an advocate for families, for missing, for, victims of crime. Let me think of all the people that I know that are involved in the judicial process in one way or another. Judges, lawyers, guardian ad litems, foster parents, head of municipal governing bodies that at that time wrote the protocol and oversight for some juvenile, we'll just say, it had a different name, but at the time it would be what we now think of as CPS. And every damn thing in between. And there is not one that would ever present this. See, here's what is so bizarre about Betty. On one hand, she does something absolutely disgusting like that. She makes this cheap, gross, honestly, I don't even have, just low class trash. That is just trash behavior. It's disgusting. Now, if she was a teenager, it would be, a little more understandable because you're young, dumb, immature, etc. Don't fully appreciate what you're actually saying about yourself by doing something like that. But she's not. So here we have a grown woman who jumps up and down and screams at everybody about all her good work, all her good deeds, and she's an advocate, she's this, she's that, she's the other, she's a professional, she works, blah, blah, blah. You don't work, you're not a professional, you're a dipshit with a YouTube channel who prints fucking flyers, staples them to telephone poles, and tromps around through the woods, bitching and moaning the whole way in the hopes of finding a body. That's what you are. That's not a job. Call it whatever the fuck you want, but it's not a job, okay? Do you get a W-2? Do you get a 1099? Besides from the 1099K you'll get from YouTube and PayPal and Venmo and all those. So pick a fucking lane. Do you want to be a grown woman acting like some teenage white trash, making videos about, oh, look at Bill or Betty got a strap on? You know what's sad? Boy, I could believe it. That's what's sad. Because see, I already think of you in like, you don't usually do the work for us. Well, no, you always do the work for us. But this is one instance where there are no words that I could say that could make you look more gross than you did yourself with the title of that video, which is just vile. Betty, if you were a feminist, which I'm sure you fancy yourself one, if you were what we used to call a feminist, I don't know what the hell we call it now, but if you were a feminist, you know what I'd say to you? Do you know who Gloria Steinem is? You ever heard of a magazine called Ms.? There's a whole show where she plays a character playing her, has a not so small role in Mrs. America. But if you were a feminist, I would say you set feminism back, probably a couple decades. Just by that stupid, like, I can't, there's nothing I can add to say all the obvious. She did it all. So there's that. And then we also have the very interesting thing that almost never happens. Hey, Virgo away. Betty wants you to believe that she is the one person. And this is just in response to what Bash said about, she was a nice person. And I've already said, I don't believe that Betty is 100% bad every minute of the day. I don't think anybody on here is. But let's just say that in 53 years, I have not really ever met. Now, I'm not talking about, real celebrities and whatnot who have, a public image. She has no image. Then she's not a celebrity. But to be just a private citizen, I mean, this is all you are, Betty. You are a private citizen like all the rest of us who has a fucking YouTube account and a cell phone and a tripod and 1,000 laptops and other cell phones that you don't know how to work. But call yourself whatever you want, honey. If you want to call yourself a world famous YouTuber, okay. I mean, Betty's world, I guess, is the size of the local Publix parking lot. Congratulations. But it's, for a private citizen, it's, usually what most of us on here on YouTube are attempting to do, and what most people attempt to do in the real world, whatever their job is, whatever their circumstances are. Most of us want to do apparently the exact opposite of what Betty wants to do. Like, I want to put my best self forward. That's why I come in here, fully made up. I make the effort to get dressed. I have my nails done. I got my spray tan on. I got my roots done. And, I get it. I'm a little extra. Sorry, I was born that way. I don't expect every woman on here to do all the shit I do. But be that as it may, most of us are trying to project the best part of us, the best side of us to the world, to the people who are going to watch, to the people who are going to listen, because you really never know who's watching or who's listening. Although in this cesspool, well, you know, we probably know a lot of who's listening. But at any rate, Betty wants you to believe that she does the exact opposite. She's really a great, wonderful person who everything she does is, you know, in service to others. She's very benevolent, but she puts her worst self forward. She puts her most angry, her most confrontational, her most vile, her most vindictive, etc. And let me find this comment about Doug. I was listening right before I came in here. You know what's interesting? Doug has never come up in my feed before, but he did today, and I listened. And for those of you who don't know who Doug is, I think it's called Doug Live. Doug Live from Newport. If somebody would be so kind as to put his link in the chat, I'd appreciate it. I think it's been about a year ago, maybe a little longer. He was actually attacked by another YouTuber, some jealous fucking nutbag. And my goodness, we know there's a lot of those rolling around here. God, I tell you what, jealousy and envy are probably. I need to do a show on. I did this once before where I showed the comparisons between the 7 deadly sins and Dante's 7 circles of hell with YouTube. Because envy and jealousy then lead to wrath. And I'm assuming because of jealousy and envy and probably other things that we don't know about, and I don't even know who the person is, but Doug Live from Newport, he was, I guess he went out to his car, or he had just come home for somewhere, and someone who obviously had a big problem with him was lying in wait and beat the hell out of him. And he's very lucky to be alive, and not so much because of the beating he took, but because he had an underlying heart condition, and the beating he took left him in cardiac arrest, I believe. And it was actually pretty touch and go for a while, is my understanding. And I tell you what, I will take my hat off to him for not giving in to that scumbag, whoever did that, and not giving in and leaving YouTube because someone tried to beat him into submission. So I will definitely, give him props for that. But at any rate, he took exception to some things Betty said that, shockingly, were inaccurate and wrong. And he did commentary on it. And I guess, it's funny because something occurred to me this morning. My husband asked me a question about Betty and as he calls him, who the one that's always driving all over, the one that was in jail. I'm like, JLR. And it got me to thinking, Betty, people come and go in and out of Betty's life. Betty can never seem to keep, at least here on YouTube, and I'm sorry, I'm sure this is just a smaller reflection of her real life. She's always mad at somebody. She's always falling out with somebody. So, yeah. So there's your, your child advocate, your victim's advocate. Let me tell you something. God forbid I had a family member go missing. Here's what I would let her do. If she reached out and wanted to, because she's got such a huge platform that is so watched and respected by so many people. And she just, saw that nobody cared about my case, my family's case. And she reached out because, that's just what she does. She's just very benevolent. And she reached out and said, I would like to. If you didn't know, let's just say you don't know anything about her and you don't look into her, then I'm sure anybody who is in that position is obviously desperate for anybody to help search. I will not take away from her that part of it. But something I heard Burnt Toast say that was so on point and I had not thought about before. And it was a very pointed question on, I think it was last Monday's live. And she said to her, and not just her, others who do this shit, what are you going to do if you get your wish one day and you find what you're looking for? Then what? And that was such, I hadn't thought about it. And she was so right. And just how much that could be very problematic. But so if I can tell you this, if she reached out and I didn't know anything about her and I didn't fuck around with YouTube, of course you would be like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. That would be amazing. Oh, you're going to bring 200 flyers? Yeah, that would be great too. I know they're all going to end up in the parking lot, but sure, we'll take anything. But I can tell you this. If I had any, if she told the truth when she reached out and said, I have a YouTube channel, I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm the other, I would immediately, I don't know if I'd tell her or not that I was going to do it, but I would immediately. And when I saw, I promise you, her resume, my next communication would be the following. I thank you so very much for reaching out to me. And I would be very appreciative when law enforcement conducts searches. If members of the public are needed, I would be forever grateful and appreciative if you wanted to join in the effort. However, as far as being featured on your channel or me giving an interview of any type, etc., while I thank you so much for your offer, I don't want to get involved in any YouTube. That's what I would do. Can you imagine, God forbid you find yourself in that position and she reaches out to you and you go to her channel and you see Bullhorn Betty has a strap on or gets a strap on, whatever the fuck she said. She is just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I do not come from what Betty comes from. I am not where Betty is now. I don't get it. I do not get it. Like, this is not, no, she's not my people. She is not my tribe. Okay, let's read. AMAC, I'm gonna have to read it because I can't get it blown up enough. Okay, oh shit, no, we don't want to do that. I think this is the first one. Wait, I'm gonna scroll down just a little bit to see if there's any more. Okay, nope, I think that's the first one. All right, hold on. It's going down a little further. Okay, I think that's the end. All right, let me go back up. Okay, this is the top. Okay, the top is the most recent, right? So I need to start from the bottom. Okay. This, I guess. Oh, shit. Okay. It looks like the first one says, AMAC, that's you, right? From AM to PM. The avatar looks, let me see. The avatar looks exactly the same. I'm standing over here in this window. So is that the right one? Oh, TT the good Tiffany. I was trying to find that damn. I have my response to her about the Sarah Dreyer post, but I don't have her post. And if the bitch has 2 brain cells that'll, rub together and fire, she took it down. I think this is, I'm just going to read this. I think AMAC had answered me earlier and I was just yakety yakking, so I didn't see her response. Okay, so about 3 hours ago, from AM to PM says, you talk about, to Betty, you talk about other creators all the time. Am I missing something? The other day you called them pedos. I'm looking at the reply. Oh, Jesus. Some of these people, man, they are drinking that Kool-Aid. People are intimidated by you and what you do. I'm only scared of her hair because of the, like the toxic smoking pile of melted follicles that are. Now, why did I do that? Okay, let me get rid of that. Okay, and then in response to that, Betty says, go find the clip. I talk about a group in general terms. Very rarely do I ever single any specific person. ... But by all means, ... Of course, it's riddled with punctuation errors. You can clearly see I don't have every rant about one creator. ... Come on, guys. Jesus, my God, the way she writes, it is almost impossible to read this shit out loud. Come on, guys. Come on, you guys are looking desperate and stupid, if I have to be honest. ... Like, Betty, use a fucking period, and then it's a capital letter. If you're doing an ellipsis that indicates a break in the conversation, you don't need to punctuate, you don't need to capitalize the first letter of the next thought. But whatever, this is you. Let's seriously step back and look at this. Dot, dot, dot. Are you really proud of your behavior? I don't think she has any clue what an ellipsis is. None. Does she think that putting multiple periods are for emphasis or something? That's called an ellipsis. And what it indicates is a break in the quoted text. You are not quoting anyone else's text. It is your raging thoughts. So quit using the ellipsis improperly. Just use a period, or better yet, use the one you love, the exclamation point. Because all of this is a bunch of fragments with wrong capitalization and wrong punctuation. Are you really proud of your behavior, let alone the groups? Question mark. Whatever. It's not a good look. Well, sweetie, you have no room to talk about good looks. I haven't seen a good look on you and ever. And then this is not from AMAC, but it's in the thread. It's from Karen, is a nice ficking person. I don't believe she's a teacher. She says she's a teacher. That's all I have to go off of. Either way, I find it deplorable that women are seriously trying to destroy other women. That to me is travesty, and you guys perpetuate that. That is wrong. Well, I'm not sure who you're speaking of. If you are speaking of headstones and headlines, she most assuredly not only is a teacher, she has a double master's degree. What do you have? Now let's try that again, where punctuation would be if you could. It's like I can just see these people. They're so like furious to get their thought out. Like, is it that fleeting that you can't take time to use proper punctuation? And it's like, it's so bizarre because it makes it very onerous to try and read this for, people who do communicate in proper, sentence structure, grammar, usage, the whole nine. So let me try it with the punctuation and like she should have. I don't believe she's a teacher, comma. She says she's a teacher, comma. That's all I have to go off of, period. Either way, comma, I find it deplorable that women are seriously trying to destroy other women, comma. That to me is a travesty, and you guys perpetuate that. That is wrong. Well, I would have said, I wouldn't say you guys because that's just fucking stupid and juvenile. I would have said, and you people perpetuating that is wrong. You are wrong. And until you pop your head out of your ass, you will not realize that I hope what you're doing to me makes you feel good. And I hope that it happens to somebody you care about and love. And I truly do, because she goes around, comes around, blah, 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 blah. I mean, honest to God, I can't even read that. Oh. Patty, it does sound like her. It does. I swear to God, I was thinking the same thing. I was. Because of the frantic. I'm honest to God. I truly, there's nobody in my life. There is no adult person that communicates in that way. Like, I don't get it. But Patty, I swear to you, I thought the same thing. I was like, It's very clear to me that that there are just a lot of people with a lot of damn time on their hands. Hey, holy dustbin. Yes, Emmy is very accomplished. And oh, Betty is so jelly of that. She hates it. She hates it. And if you think for 1 minute that Betty is what I would call a girl's girl, hell no. She's way too insecure. Women who are riddled with inadequacy issues like she so clearly is, they cannot, they're not girls. They can't be, because they're too defensive with other women because they feel inferior. I don't know what Emmy, I don't know what her thing is with Emmy, why she thinks Emmy is so horrible. In the scope of things that are said about Betty, I mean, Emmy is nothing. I mean, I don't get it. So yeah, now she can add another enemy to the enemy list. Doug from Northport is going to be on her shit list. Oh, I didn't. Damn it. I have all these necklaces on. I know they're all going to be tangled up. What else were we going to do? Menace has a video. Is it out yet? Battery Barbie. Menace. Menace, I hope you did a side-by-side. Menace is the bomb. Yeah, in interview. That's hilarious. Can you imagine being interviewed by someone who doesn't even think in complete sentences, never mind speaks or writes incomplete sentences? It's just one giant fucking run on with the occasional, like that. Is this her new thing, the ellipsis? Like, she doesn't even, Betty, how can you be a journalist and not understand what an ellipsis is? And you couldn't understand it because you are using it completely improperly. That's not what an ellipsis is. It's so baffling to me. Oh, Sofa King, we could take up a collection for one. I'll donate to that. We can definitely pass the hat around for that. Oh, I'm going to have to look at Menace's videos the minute I leave here. Wasn't there something else? Weren't we talking about something else that we were going to do? I didn't really come in here with there was no agenda. Oh, God, except rubbing my tired little footsies right now. Oh, yeah, no, Betty would have been the one, like, the generic one that would be at, like, well, we used to have Kmart back in the day. We don't have Comagate. Yes, ma'am, we had Comagate. I was torn between Punctuation Gate or Comagate, but Comagate rolls off the tongue much nicer than Punctuation Gate. I could have sworn there was something else we were going to do. I'm fried. Oh, I'm sorry, Crazy Nurse. I know. If Menace has defiled Barbie's memory, he's gonna have to deal with me. Well, children, it's been almost 3 hours. Oh, Grammargate. I love that too. Oh, yeah, that top. I never finished with the top. Oh my God. I mean, maybe I'm just too vain. And that's entirely possible. But if I mean, like, she should have. Oh, blank slate. I love alliteration too. Where was I? And I was in some chat, and I think it was one I don't typically go to. And I was thinking to myself, my God, this chat has the best damn names. It's like this is friggin' Dr. Seuss's neighborhood. There was some of the greatest names in there. Yeah, that picture. Like, come again? I'm sorry. Like, not flattering. Not. I wanted to see the. Is this the I've got something to say? Let me just see for a second here. Oh yeah. I'm going to show this for 1 second, only because we're going to look at her outfit. We're not looking at. Oh well, thank you, Chris. But you know what? I think it's good to have a good. But you know what? Actually, I won't call it vanity. I will call it self scrutiny. That's what I'll call it. And I can tell you that if I put that top on and my arms appeared that way in that top, no. Nope. Yeah, we're not going to play the sound, and I'm only going to play it for a minute. When is this from? Today? 3 hours ago? Okay. I just want you to, I'm a fucking nice person. Earn it. You want to be friends with Betty? You earn it. I told her, bitch, I'll earn it. I will get you spruced up from stem to stern. You would thank me, Betty. You might be able to get a date. You might be able to get a date. I mean, since she's such a professional, everything, you need to. Hey, Emmy, how you doing? You need to portray some kind of professional outward appearance. I was just getting ready to show. We're just for the clothes, just for Betty's outfit. We're just gonna look real quick at her search attire. I'm not even gonna play the sound. Here we go. Oh dear God. Oh, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Betty. Oh, Betty. Betty. I'm sure someone listening, maybe in the chat even, hey, True Texan, how you doing? Will remember this. Do we remember when Cosmopolitan, it was either Cosmopolitan or Glamour, One of them had, it was the very last page of the magazine, and it would be do's and don'ts. And they would take pictures of women just on the street. Usually, and I mean, they were located, the publisher was in New York City. So they would just send a photographer out onto the street and they would take pictures of women and they would put a black rectangular bar over their eyes so you couldn't identify them. And one would be, they would do a side by side, and one would be a do. Maybe they were, Anna Wintour said, well, she's Vogue, but let's pretend she was, Gloria Steinem. I think at one time Steinem was on the editorial board of Cosmo, or she founded Ms. magazine, but I think at some point she was on staff at Cosmo, possibly Glamour. I'm not sure, but anyway. So let's say Gloria said, okay, and you guys, I want you to go out, get me pictures of white shorts. I want women wearing white shorts. I want women wearing shorts with high heels. I want women wearing shorts with flip-flops. So I would imagine they gave the photographer marching orders, and he would go out and they would take these pictures, and then they would do side by sides. And one was do wear white shorts like this. And, they would show a woman who, unlike the don't wear white shorts like this, didn't have her ass cheeks at least 2 inches exposed in her white shorts, while the one on the don't side very much did. Oh, see where we're going there? Don't. Speaking of Dr. Seuss, yeah, so pretend we're doing that with Betty and this getup she's got on. Now I can fully appreciate she's going out to search. She's posting flyers, and let me guess, if she holds true to her usual form, she's posting flyers on the street where she lives, right? Or someplace where everybody already knows Layla is missing, because that's kind of what she's known for. Putting flyers in places where people are very well aware that, like Summer. Everybody in that town knows Summer's missing. But Betty was probably putting flyers on Ben Hill Road. And I will say, I've been to Ben Hill Road, and it's, if I didn't want to get called a tragedy pimp, one day, I will show the footage of when I went to Summer's, all the places. Because my footage is a little different than other footage I've seen, because I was not driving. So I had benefit of being able to sit in the passenger seat and film all of it from the passenger seat. And the one thing that does not come across from watching it on TV is just how incredibly narrow Ben Hill Road is. I swear to you, I don't know how two cars pass at the same time. And of course, it's, going up it's an elevation. So I kind of have a different, but anyway. So Betty's got her staple gun ready, and she's, AMAC. For who? Hall pass for who? Oh, Emmy, are you looking to start some trouble? Emmy, are you starting a career as a troll? Oh God, I shouldn't say that. We'll have all Emmy, guess who was here while you were gone? I sent out, somebody sent me some screenshots of Mike Stevens being very mean to Lisa. So I decided to take him off the naughty list. Oh, Emmy, go, I dare you. Is that why he's not here to visit me today? Because this is the first live stream that he hasn't come to say hi in a while. Oh, yes, I think you should go over there for sure. Tell me before you do, because I'll pull it up and watch it. I won't broadcast it because I'm, that'll probably go, but I can watch it in the other window. Yes, doesn't everybody go prepared for a long day of posting flyers with a staple gun dressed in flip-flops? And Betty, girl, listen, I'm going to and I'm not picking on you. I give this advice to all women, and I'm going to give it to you too. Spray tan. Girl, my God, you're looking like paste. What? I would never go out in the wild the color of paste. I'm sorry, I just would not. That's just me. That's one thing if I could, I'm not going to say it would be my one wish, but it would be on the short list. Please, can I just have some more melanin, please? Like, I would, if you could just, I had a girlfriend, y'all. She was so strikingly, stunningly gorgeous. We had kids the same age. We met at a birthday party for somebody else's kid. That bitch was so beautiful without not a hint, not a trace of makeup. She was about 6 foot tall. She had several kids, and every time she was pregnant, she would be 9 months pregnant, and you would not know. And she had the most gorgeous brown, like copper tone tan days skin. Just an absolutely stunning, beautiful, striking girl. And I'm sorry, everybody looks better with color. You don't have to be Malibu. Well, she couldn't be Malibu Barbie, but Compton Barbie. I don't know, something. Oh God, Sofa King. Oh my God. Honestly, I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to. I have thought that very thought so many. Oh, PJ, if you're listening, girl, come over here. You can come over here and talk shit about Betty. She's such a bitch. See, I hate that. I think that is such a bitch move. Like, why is she going over there in his chat? Unless he told her to come over, and maybe he did. I don't know, PJ. I've never had one word conversation with her. But she seems like a decent person. I mean, I don't watch Dolly, so I don't know. But when Betty was talking to her that time, when Joneson made the video, I think it was called Sneak Diss. That was so gross. Betty, you're such a bitch. God, are you a bitch? Oh, Skid Row Barbie. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, so Flo Mama. Yeah, I would have to say yes, I second that. Oh. But honestly, though, can you imagine? I would be like, oh, yeah. Uh, like, get a tan, Betty. Even if it's just the kind that comes in a bottle and you, but she's so white that shit would no doubt be like, it'll be at least her shorts and shirt. Like, ah, I need to look at something. Oh, look at her. Damn, she is walking like she is there. She is kicking ass and taking names. Look out. Don't get in her way. She looks like she's just itching to throw a punch. Like, why is she so white? Holy shit. My God, do you ever get like, how could you be that white when you, number one, live in Florida, and number two, you're traveling all over the world in search of missing and dead people. I'm presuming that takes place outside. Why is she so pale? What I really wanted to see was, oh, Betty, Jesus. Careful, Betty, you're going to staple your finger, and that's really going to suck. Oh, and there she is. I heard her. I heard her on, I don't know who was playing her, somebody. And she was telling people if they didn't want to call law enforcement, I'll just call Betty. She'll be the liaison. I mean, I'm sorry. That is so whack. She should never, nobody should ever do that. I feel so badly for law enforcement. Can you imagine what they have to think of these fucking clowns? Because that's what they are. They are clowns. And Betty, you bitch, get down off your soapbox. Don't tell me about how nobody else is helping a family. Get off your ass and help a family. I'm not here to help a family. I'm here to help my family. That's the family I'm interested in. You know how I help families? We pay taxes. Do you? And the taxes that we pay, they fund things. And Betty, you'll just have to take my word for this, but I can promise you that charitable donations from my family, you could spend the rest of your life, every moment that you have left, stapling flyers on every telephone pole in every state, in every city of this country. And you could not come close to or fathom what charitable donations from my family, how many people those have helped. So sit down and shut your big fat ass mouth, okay? Because we're not all here to pretend that we are fill in the blank. Patty, absolutely. It's like this. I love when she starts screaming about helping families. Here to help families. I'm here to help families. Get off your ass. Help families. Why does she think everybody's here to help families? I mean, my God, if I can, of course, if I can do something in some small way that's going to help somebody, I absolutely will. Am I going to like go drive across the state under the guise? Betty, you know what her channel and her emphatic tantrums about how that's her job. Do you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of a lot of women I've known who, well, I've turned it either you buy yourself a job or your husband buys you a job. And that's when, women who maybe open up a store and maybe they do or don't run it themselves. And usually the things in the store are quite expensive. And it's just something that I've seen a lot of over the years. And that's just how we refer to it as, oh, well, Susie's husband bought her a job. And that's kind of like Betty's. What she wants you to believe that's her. To me, it's the same kind of job as the woman who husband says, what do you want to do, honey? Oh, you and your friends want to open up a gift store or a clothing store? Okay, how much do you need? Okay, all right. Yeah, no problem. To me, it's the same thing. She can call it whatever she wants. It's I just don't like, I do not understand this thing about nonsense. Have I been ratchet enough for you? Have you gotten your ratchet worth this afternoon? I was driving down the damn interstate yesterday and I'm like, who the hell's the ratchet Barbie? Oh, that would get clipped. Oh, trust me, I can get sewer garden if I need to. Maybe we should do that. Oh, I can't believe I forgot this. Guess what I have? Savage Live Media was kind enough to tag me in a post where she put the link to Pirate doing the parody of Richard, my Richard, Rich Life of Road Trips. I think that's what we're going to do when we next meet. Oh God, y'all, it's 3 hours and 15 minutes in, and that one's going to take some time. So I may come in here tomorrow morning if I can get my act together early enough. Very possible. If I can, I'll come in tomorrow. And oh shit, I forgot. That's probably not going to happen because I have to, get everything spruced up for company. But Sunday, I can definitely do Sunday. Richard. We're gonna continue with Richard. All right, Emmy, drive safe. Lisa does have a life. And Lisa's considering trading that life depending on what Mike Stevens has to offer me. If it's just your love and, promise of fidelity for the rest of our days, I got that here, despite what you might think. But, just Mike, we got to get the numbers back from the accountant, okay? Because I'm all about making an informed decision. So we'll revisit that. Mike, I will look forward to you being front row with your rose and your bullhorn. And the only thing I ask, Mike, is I'm going to need you to be honest with Betty, okay? I am not an advocate for, any kind of monkey business going on. I'm not about cheating. And I'm not going to be your side bitch, okay? So, I mean, I might for a little while. But, we might get to that point again where you're going to have to make a choice. But you and I just got back together, so we're not there yet. But I cannot budge on, you've got to tell Betty, okay? And if he doesn't, I'm going to need one of you to tell her. Oh, I could tag her in a post. That's what I could do. I don't know if she'll read it. Y'all know I just love an opportunity to flex my look at that, for an old broad who hasn't picked up a dumbbell in about 12 years. Yeah, that'll give me an opportunity to flex my creative writing skills, my English grammar and punctuation usage game. So, but Mike, it always is better if it comes, from the guilty party. It'll be better coming from you. You should cushion the blow before I do it, okay? So, I hope it doesn't cause a problem for you in Betty's chat, because I don't know how you're going to explain it. Well, just tell the truth. Just say, yeah, she's a bitch. But God, she's much hotter and much smarter. Okay. All right, children. When we come back, we're going to do Rich Life of Road Trips, Pirate Calypso parody. That's going to be hilarious. We are going to do, God, there was something else funny I wanted to do. And I am seriously going to get working on that list. Lisa's favorite things. Why do I keep feeling, I know the minute I end this, it's going to, boop. Oh, did y'all see the bumper sticker I said I saw on the way home? My God, that was fabulous. As I pulled onto my street, this lady had, the Disney, like, it's a wand and then it's got like little stars around it, and it, kind of like a Tinkerbell thing. And it said, powered by bitch dust. Oh my God, I need that. I need that. And 27,000 more. Thank you, Vern. Go away. All right, everybody have a good Friday. Well, no, we already had Good Friday. Have a pleasant, enjoyable Friday, and I will see you all probably on Sunday. All right, be good, be safe.
Father, you should know I've been going solo. Want my love, baby, earn it. Yeah, dancing on my own. See if you can follow. Got me feeling alive. Watch me go, lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time it's real. I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. I want. Hear me now, I do what I want. girl, you see me. Don't be wasting my time. Watch me go, lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Fake the signs every time. Let's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. 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 I want. Hear me now. Watch me go. Lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Fake the signs every time. Let's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. I do what I want.
Good morning. What's new, Pussycat?